Hello, welcome back. I'm going to talk today about picking a spirit to work with when it comes to, like, say you want to get rid of laziness. Okay, multiple spirits can help you with that. King Paimon can help you with that. Haginte can help you with that. Zigan can help you with that. Um, it gets deeper. Bareth can help you with that. So how do you choose which one to work with? I mean, you can use your intuition. I use my intuition, and I felt Haginti or Larahe would be amazing for getting rid of laziness. King Paimon, but I picked Haginti. Now, does that mean that if you don't have intuition, you're screwed? No. Just kind of read through your options, right? And see which one looks the best. Kind of see what else that they can do. See how good and focused they are on mental power and whatnot. Like King Paimon is really good because he's really powerful with the mind. So, you would want to use him for that. Or Haginti, because he's really powerful with the mind. Compared to the others. So you're down to two now. And now you'd have to pick between a king and a president. And of course, in Goetia, the king is more powerful than the president. So you would want to go either with a king because of power or a president because it's less intimidating. And being though you don't have intuition yet, you're probably not a powerful magician. You're probably a beginner, which is perfectly fine. So if that's the case, I would go with Haginti. Haginti is an easy spirit to work with. He's very nice. And I can tell you a nice little backstory about Haginti. For me, when I worked with him not for laziness. I forget what it was for at this point. But I worked with him. Oh, motivation. I worked with him for motivation. And not only did he give me motivation, but he also helped me with a couple other things in my life. Showed me a couple of my passions from my childhood that I completely forgot about. Because that's one of his other powers. Showing you your passion and stuff like that. And he showed me a couple of my passions. And it was very interesting. And he did a couple other things for me too. So Haginti did more than just one thing. He paid me back as I gave him more than enough offering. He gave me more than enough payment in return. He was very kind. He wanted to make sure that neither one of us felt like we owed each other, or I felt like he owed me, so he gave me more. He's very fair. So that's just another thing to go into while thinking. Every spirit has its own individual personality. So, look up that. When you're looking up spirits, look up each and every spirit that you're getting down to. You're boiling down to the last three to decide between. Look up those three, and see their personality type. Like, for whatever reason, if you were looking at Seer and comparing to Asmodeus, and you're a new beginner, you would probably want to go with Seer, because Seer, and they're nothing alike, but I'm just saying, Asmodeus is a very strong and can be intimidating for a beginner, whereas Seer is very kind and a very soft spirit, very gentle. You would obviously want to go with Seer. Although his powers are not the same as Asmodeus. It's just an example. But personality can also get blended into the equation. Powers and stuff are obviously going to be your number one priority, but personality. Haginti is a very good spirit. So is Larahe. But these spirits, they're more than just, sometimes I think people look at them as if they're like less than human, or as if they're, unable to feel. But it's not the case. It's not true at all. These spirits have personalities of their own. They have things they do outside of us. And, you know, they need to be thought of as such and given that kind of respect. And, you know, take that into consideration when choosing a spirit. Haginti was amazing for me. And honestly, I'm about to work with him again for something completely different. As well as Flores. Flores is an amazing spirit. I'm about to work with him and Furkas. Now, Furkas is a little darker. Flores is a fighting spirit. Haginti is a little more gentle, right? Flores is a cursing spirit. Haginti is mental, and I'm trying to build my intuition stronger, right? So I'm down between 3. And then I also had, I forget what the other spirit's name was. Oh, Furkas. Furkas is another good spirit. Oh, and Bifrons. Bifrons. So I'm between Bifrons. Out of those, Bifrons and Haginti. I have a bond with both of them. So now, when it comes to choosing, it's going to be, you know, personality factors, obviously, taken into consideration. Haginti. But coming in consideration of bond, Bifrons. Because me and Bifrons have a strong bond. But do I feel he can give me intuition like Flores can? No. I think Flores can give me a stronger boost in intuition than any of them put together, because he's a fire spirit. So that's another thing. Take into consideration their element. So there's a lot of things you need to take into consideration here. I'm trying to get intuition, so I'm going to go with the fire spirit or air spirit. Air spirits are better for psychic abilities, magic power, things of that nature. But yeah, I mean, there's just so many things to take into consideration here. But for change, I'm going with fire. And that's all I have to say for this one, really. You just kind of want to take everything into consideration. There's more pieces to the puzzle than just a list of powers. You know what I mean? You have to dive deeper than that. Alright, peace.